All right. So for your cube project, your art history cube project, you should cut out your cube and you should fold every single one of these little tabs so that way when you go to put this together, your life is so much better. So I'm just folding along every single crease, and you can even check to make sure it's going to work by just ta-da! Amazing, right? Okay, so for the art history project, one of your sides of your cube is going to be your person, your artist that you chose. So I'm going to just stick Joseph Mallard William Turner right here. And I was thinking that after I put him on here, I would color around him to make him a little bit more exciting. You can put colored paper down first and then put your people on. That would also make them very exciting because then they'll have this nice pop of color to fit your cube. So just make sure you stick it over this little line. So I already pre-cut all of my pieces because I didn't want to sit here and cut them all out for you guys. But I measured my little square pieces and I cut them all out. So I have this little nice colored piece right here to put as a background for my Joseph Mallard William Turner. And as you remember with William Turner, he liked to paint the seascape and the atmospheric differences around. So I'm going to make it look like he's posing for a picture right here. So look at that. Online, there are some different artist cubes where they get really creative and they add little frillies and things like that to them. You're more than welcome to. Just make sure I can read them. On one of your squares, you're going to have an opinion of his artwork. So I decided that mine was going to be exciting and I wasn't just going to write on my cube. So I added my personal opinion of the artwork. So for example, my personal opinion of the artwork, and I titled my section so I knew that my teacher would know exactly what section this is. I wrote, I love the use of color in the sky and the way it is reflected in the water. I love the high detailed realism of the warship and the tugboat. If you look close, you can see each board. Obviously, I'm talking about the Fighting Tamarine. Um, and here is the square that I did on the Fighting Tamarine. So I'm going to put that one right over here. See, I thought this through. So on this square right here, I chose one artwork to talk about, and it was the Fighting Tamarine. And I said that Turner's style is rooted with colors and highly detailed. He focuses on atmospheric and oceanic weather. The painting gives the viewers the feeling of peace, and it depicts the Tamarine's last voyage to a shipyard. Remember, we went over this painting before. And it's a British gunship. So now that I've got like these squares, and notice that I thought them through when I was putting them on, I know that I want my cube to be able to be like red. So everything is pointing upward. So then I have this one right here that will be pointed this way. And I wanted to put some artist facts on here. Obviously, you guys are going to have to do a little bit of research and do some facts about your artist. So, facts about William Turner is he painted in watercolor and oil. His themes of artwork reference literature and mythology and history. Remember, he also did the slave ship, so he really wanted to do history. And let me see, he was a leading artist of romantic landscapes. So now that I have all of my sides done, I'm going to put one up here for my top piece. Now, it's supposed to be the name of your artist, your your art person. So just in general, I just put this up here just to start. And my name is going to go on the very bottom of my cube. So I'm going to write Mrs. Comstock. Okay, so I have my name and I have my important squares right here. And oh, my top piece is supposed to be a picture of the artwork that I'm looking at, and I printed off this little black and white art piece right here, so that is fine. If you are unable to print something off, please just do your best drawing it out. I'm not going to like freak out if it doesn't look exactly like your painting that you chose, but try to get as close as possible. So the most important part in this painting is our little warship, and since I have a square that would fit this, and I know that my painting is a little bit bigger than planned, I'm going to line that back up. There we go. So we have my painting that I am critiquing, or his most famous painting. Okay, and I will be writing his name around him, his self-portrait, only because I want to make sure that I know exactly who I'm talking about and everybody knows which cube, like which person is my cube about. Sorry, didn't mean to do that off to the side. I want you guys to be able to see stuff. And I am also going to grab a pen. Hopefully this works out. Sometimes when we write in pen, it's not a good thing. So, William Turner. William Turner. Every single time I think William Turner, I think of Pirates of the Caribbean, which is hilarious. But his initials are Joseph Mallard William Turner. And we can even put his date, 1775 through 1851. All right, so now that we have our cube all put together, we can start gluing. If you have trouble using the glue to get your cube to stay together, which is understandable, things happen like that, just use some tape. You can use hot glue if you're really like stressed out about this. I know that glue can make your paper really soggy, so I mean, like, however you would like to do it, just make sure that your cube stays together. So again, right here, just gentle, gentle, gentle. Always get all your sides in first before you do the top piece, because it will be very hard for you if you don't. So I've got this stuff. I'm just going to hold it for a second just to make sure it stays. Sometimes that's all glue needs, is just a little bit of support for a second, and then it'll stick. Make sure all my little edges are stuck together. Okay, and then this part. Now, if you had made really good creases like I did, this shouldn't be an issue. The top is always kind of tricky because you can't really push them together. So just gentle, gentle. So here's my artist cube. I have Joseph Mallard William Turner's his portrait. I have my personal opinion of the artwork. I have the artwork itself, the Fighting Tamarine. I have facts about my artist, and I have the painting that I am critiquing. Okay? If you are struggling to get the glue to stay on, like I said, a little tiny piece of tape isn't going to hurt it. Email me if you have worries or concerns about this project.